it like starts consuming the ship, including the crew. So like when one of the crew finally like discovers like why their ship is like fucking up constantly, they walk into this room and it's like this massive like flesh and like machine. That's exactly what I think was going on in the Dead Pharaoh room.
Man, now I really want to see it.
It's I wish they'd showed it in the game, but you can like hear him. It's like he's like making noises and shit.
I mean, like if he lived this long, maybe the research was worth it.
I don't think he's literally
alive.
Yeah, I don't think he's like actually like Ted Pharaoh. I think he's just like a mass of living tissue, right? Like I don't think there's a brain there anymore.
Sage.
But that's my interpretation. It's a maybe. I don't know. They leave it up to the imagination. It's actually a pretty good episode, or it's actually a pretty good mission. You should watch the whole thing when the fucking processes, whenever YouTube gets around to doing that. Just like, nah, I won't spoil it.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault. The Temple Knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to... How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gate. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Richard,
Hello?
I want you to look at two pictures and tell me which one you think is the best.
They're the same thing?
No, they are not. Okay, here is picture one. Here is picture two. Just tell me which one you think is a better picture. Like which one would you prefer your phone, like if your phone took one of these, which one would you prefer your phone to have taken?
This is a
top
threat?
or bottom? No, it's not. One of them's an iPhone, one of them isn't. There.
Yeah, I kind of figured that much.
Yeah, I mean, that's not even like, iPhones are literally they're compared to everything, so.
Is one of these edited?
No, neither of them are edited. Raw directly out of the camera. No, obviously I did not take either of these pictures.
Yo, when did you take these pic? What the fuck? Where's this actually?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, it's obvious that the like you can see more in it.
Right.
But I'm not sure.
Try not to influence your picture, your pick. I have a favorite.
Well, I was gonna say like the second one looks like it's more even lighting. It's brighter. It shows more, right? But I don't know if that means it's more realistic. You know, like if it's not a
Like
realistic
here,
representation of what it actually looks like.
Yeah. There's the tweet. I'm just curious. Do you want to know which one I think is better? And I said this before. I literally picked it on the poll
Oh yeah.
prior to me knowing. I think the bottom one is better. And the reason why is because personally, if I was taking a picture with my phone, I want, or any pic, doesn't have to be with my phone, just a picture. I want it to be like realistic of what I saw, right? Like, I don't want it to be fucking with the picture. Like, that's, if the bottom one is the way it looked, then that's what I want it to look like. If it looked like the top one, then great.
It's pretty obvious that the bottom one is more of an accurate representation, and then the phone's camera is doing some kind of exposure bullshit on the top one.
So which one do you prefer, or which one would you want on your phone, or which one do you think which one do you think was more popular?
Well, I mean, I looked at the poll. Obviously, the top one's more popular. But like, because you know me, right? I'm pretty adept with Photoshop. So I'm obviously, I'd like the more raw, more accurate one. Because any kind of editing I could just do after the whatever.
Which one do you think is the iPhone?
The top.
No. The top one is like a 2.5-year-old fucking Note 10 Plus. Which I thought was really surprising too, because I thought it would, like, if I was to pick, I would have assumed that the iPhone would be like jacking up the fucking brightness and shit.
Wait. Oh, okay, hold on. For some reason, I thought this tweet was from an Apple employee.
No.
That'd be hilarious.
Here's
If
the,
they're like,
here's the I'll just fucking screen cap it. It's easier.
It'd be funny if they're like, yo, which one's better? And then they're like, the Note. And they're like, no, you're supposed to pick iPhone.
Oh, yeah. No, it's been a thing, like, because you know who MKBHD is, right?
Yeah.
He does every year, he does like a camera comparison video.
Oh wait, he actually has me seen it.
You know MKBHD, the black dude who does reviews on phones?
No.
What?
No.
Richard.
I do not know.
You hurt me. This dude? You've
I
probably
mean,
seen him before. Like,
I
he's
may
pretty-
have watched him before without knowing.
that guy.
When's the last time I watched a review on a phone? Like, I have had the same phone for like a couple years
That's
now.
true. That is true. Anyway, that dude does a video every year on every single phone that came out that year. You know, like a giant, like, picture of the year. And it was like the brightest picture. It's like has nothing to do with like realism at all. I think that these phone reviewer people should start comparing it to like an actual fucking camera. What does it actually look like? And then, okay, here's the two pictures of the, you know, like that would be a better review.
Like an actual professional camera.
Yeah, like an actual, like, no bullshit camera. Take a picture and then take the same picture with two phones that you're comparing.
But I wonder if modern cameras like also do the same kind of shit, or it kind of dresses it up automatically.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if like everything, because like a no bullshit camera doesn't have as much processing power as a phone does.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if you wanted, like, you're probably thinking of like an actual like professional like SLR camera, right? Like maybe not like the most ones with the bells and whistles, but the one that's actually used in like the industry kind of thing.
Yeah, like the fucking like I'm sure there's like a best camera. Take a well-rounded camera and then you can compare that and then, you know, spot check it against yourself. It's like, okay, is this camera taking the picture that I saw? Like, there you go. This is the picture that I saw. Because I don't know, I think it's dumb that phones are like changing. In this case, nice it turned out when I liked it more. But sometimes the iPhone's like doing fucking crazy shit with pictures too, and it's like, no. Do it. I just want to see what I want to take a picture of the thing that I saw. Like,
well, I was gonna say, I mean, like, yeah, I get it. Like, the more accurate ones are gonna be like the better ones, but like I can see why the dressed up ones are more popular. Because I mean, let's face it, fucking phones are aimed at average Joe people. Average Joe people are just gonna want the better looking ones, or not. Okay, better looking in the sense that they just want the one that looks more appealing to them.
yeah, the more appealing photo, not necessarily the better photo.
Yeah. And fucking, like, for average Joe, that could just be the one that has, like, stickers and shit on it, okay? It's like, hey, check out this filter I put on it. It's got cats and shit on it. Right? It's like, okay. I mean, that's not I wouldn't use that in a professional photo, but hey, look, there's cats.
I find it pretty impressive that the Note 10 Plus can take such a good picture though. Can we just give that phone a round of applause?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah. I was gonna say there's like, I don't usually pay much attention to cameras on mobile devices, but I will say that there's been like when people think like, oh, cameras on phones, they always think the latest flagship shit, but like some devices have had some really poggy like cameras.
Like, if I didn't compare it's the thing with phones is like nowadays the only way you can really tell if one camera is better or worse than another phone camera is if you compare them directly. If you just erase the bottom picture and you just had the top picture, like, that's a pretty great picture, right? There's nothing wrong with that picture. It's only bad, well, not bad. It's only not my favorite because there's a second picture that you're comparing it to, and it's like, oh, the bottom one is more realistic looking, so I like that one more.
Yeah.
But if the bottom one didn't exist, then you'd be like, oh, okay, great. The rumors on the next iPhone are fucking stupid. Again. Apparently the rumors are that it's going to be thicker, which is like, okay, it's fine. But the camera bump is even bigger. It's like, guys, no. You're gonna make
How
the
big
phone
can we
thicker.
go?
If you're gonna make the camera bigger, then I want the camera bump to go away.
Yo, but what's the in thing, right? Like, what's trending?
You walk past the fucking Bell store or whatever, it's just like camera bump on the picture, iPhone 13, right? Like, the bigger it gets, the more obvious it is for marketing photos, I guess. I don't know. The iPhone 13 is so bad at like table wobble, because it has like the weird triple cameras that, you know, like it wobbles bad.
I haven't actually seen it. Well, I guess, no, hold on. I think my mom has it. Well, maybe I can just test it. No, but she has a case on it, forget it.
Don't you the Note, the new Samsung Note? Well, it's not a Note anymore, it's the Ultra. But whatever, it has a stylus in it. It has camera bump. Like a phone that you're supposed to set on a table and take notes with has camera wobble. What? Like, Sam, Jesus Christ. Am I the only one who think that's dumb? Like, how are you supposed to write notes when it's wobbling? That's a terrible experience.
Maybe they're thinking, like, people who buy the device are probably going to use a stand or some shit.
It's dumb. It's fucking dumb.
I do think so. Like, I will always find a device that's flush just better.
if you're gonna have a camera bump, then maybe like instead of having the cameras go down the left side of the phone on the back, maybe just have them go across the top. That way it wouldn't. Yeah, they would have a bump, but like it wouldn't wobble on the table. That would be better. It probably looks worse, but.
I mean, maybe they just did it because they're like, yo, it's different, check it out. It's groundbreaking.
Well, the only design and the only thing that changes on phones from year to year is the camera bump. Other than if you got rid of the camera bump, they're all the exact same phone.
You mean in the iPhone lineup or just in general?
If you look at every single phone, they're all slabs of glass with.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't even have buttons anymore, so you can't even compare that. you back a sec.
Okay.
Okay, back to them. Who is this Power Ranger?
It is same Power Ranger. Yo, I'm like a fucking cyborg ninja dude now. With a sight.
The Booba?
Ne booba.
ship's control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lid down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon. Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit. And its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well at Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except for this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship. A path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me. It seems I underestimated you. not thought to be so hard-pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste. Allow me, then, hero, to do that which you will not. Witness to the true power of the Ultima weapon. But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful! Why does my enemy still stand? Can her strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Habrea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the Hammer of Darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the Shield of Light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Aleg failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Habrea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together. Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon. The ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover.
You remember,
And not but the
remember the
return
anime
of the
gods?
one true god will ensure her complete excision.
I don't think so.
Gods? You don't remember that?
Yet,
they
to
kinda wore
pave
suits
the
similar to
way
them,
for
right?
the Master's return, a chaotic
fought like
confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence
Like,
of the
remember the one where, like,
primals.
the guy died? and he got, like,
Needless to
this really
say,
big black
both
ball?
you and your
Like, alien
scion
shit?
accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in
Remember
this
they got, like,
endeavor.
they got those
You
black suits.
will not leave
give 'em,
this
like,
place
superpowers?
alive.
And they got like guns and shit, and then they fight like aliens that are hiding in the
It is past
I was
time
gonna say,
your
my
flame was
character,
extinguished.
the suit she's wearing,
Bringer of
from the
light.
show. What are you up to? Oh, what do you think?
Looks interesting.
Right? Like, I don't know if the game is good. They only show me the gameplay. But in the very least, like, the game, like, the quality is good. Really amazing things,
Cannot be undone.
right? Dude. I mean, technically there is a lot of Harry Potter in the world. But imagine if they had only that.
You have meddled enough.
Well, they're right. I assume Cheesy went to bed.
Yep.
Wow.
Well. So, how did, oh shit, I'm almost there. How did, Hell Let Loose go?
Started off okay, and then it just got really frustrating.
It's kind of the same problems that the game's always had, eh?
Yeah.
Squad problems and, you know, the long transit time getting back into the fight. It's always the same complaints from you guys.
Each match takes way too long, like Riley was saying.
Yeah, and the games take way too long. Like, I would say on average it takes, like, per game is like 2 hours.
Yeah, well, that's what I told Ronnie. There's no way I'm gonna sit through a 2 hour session of Hell Let Loose.
They need to, like, find a way to shorten that, because that's crazy. Average wait time 5 minutes? I doubt it. Every time, man. Every time I queue up as a DPS, it's like, oh, it's only 5 minutes. Then it's like 20 minutes later.
Really?
Yeah, I just watch. The timer, either I get lucky and it pops, or it's gonna keep going up until like 20-25 minutes. Yeah, I didn't like this tech look with the scythe at first, but it's kind of growing on me.
Guess you did all your dailies and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
But then you did not?
I didn't do my else.
Meh. As long as you got that rested. already up to 9 minutes. Low.
Why you'd bother?
Because I want to level my Reaper. Like, I could shorten the queue time by going on my healer, but I want to level my Reaper.
Get you level your Reaper in other ways?
I could, but why not do both at the same time?
Because of this exact reason.
Meow. Ryan, stop it with your logic. We don't welcome that here.
What the fuck?
What?
Nothing. What happened to Richard?
What?
What happened to Richard?
What did he?
No, he came in here, but he was muted.
Oh, maybe he's been busy. Maybe he's been AFK this whole time.
Wow.
Like, honestly, I haven't heard him speak since he came in here.
Wow.
Are you watching us, or can I stop the stream?
Um,
You sure you want to watch the replay talking about the Forgot tonight is the night for some dirty pulls. We getting Tara and Sally's tonight, and we're doing it. Oh, there goes Richard.
gross.
I got that bug where Discord is always the window on top.
Aren't even very good.
You should just play, man. I know you're worried you might get burnt out by the time Bram gets back, but who's to say that you're even gonna want to play when Bram gets back anyway?
It's true.
Right? Like when Bram gets back, even if you haven't played, something might draw your attention, and you may not even want to play at that point. If you ask me, you should just play. If you want to play, just play.
Well, the problem is I don't know if I want to play.
Well,
it changes day to day. It's like sometimes I want to play, sometimes I don't want to play.
You're a fool. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopeless. End of story.
Let's hopeless. Hopeless. Bull.
So apparently the Ukrainians have just captured some of Russia's latest electronic warfare systems. basically having a meeting with the clients and
ship's control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lid down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon. Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about Don. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit. And its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship. A path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me. What foolishness can prompt you to attack me? It seems they are underestimated. Eorzea! I had not thought to be so hard-pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste. Allow me, then, hero, to do that which you will not. Witness to the true power of the Ultima weapon. But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful! Why does my enemy still stand? Can her strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Habrea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the Hammer of Darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the Shield of Light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Habrea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belzar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together. Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive. It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Shit.
Shit. What are you up to?
I think I actually had to do a little bit of work here.
Oh, that sucks.
Well,
Ripperooskies.
huh? Maybe I should lost arc.
Yeah. Pony.
Hounding?
Ew.
Hounding?
You're hounding. Final Fantasy music's so good.
Man, aren't you tired of that game yet?
No, dude. What? I gotta be tired of a good game.
Yeah, but doing the same thing over and over again.
I'm not doing the same thing right now. Well, I'm in the queue, but I'm doing marks right now. Plus, the music is just fucking great. Like, I'm not even listening to in-game music. I'm listening to Endwalker music. I'm not even in those zones yet, but they sound so good.
Oh.
Man, can't wait. Can't wait, man.
I thought you were already doing Endwalker.
Nah, dude. I'm still doing, like, Endwalker prep shit. Like, I don't need to do this stuff, but I want to.
Damn!
It's the mark of a good game. It doesn't waste your time, it makes you want to waste your time. It's like the stark difference between Final Fantasy and Lost Ark right now.
My main issue with Final Fantasy is just the combat system is showing its age.
Yeah, it is what it is, dude. like, I'm not gonna expect it to be a BDO style game, but the classes are at least fun to play.
Well, maybe it's just not my... Maybe it's not what I'm looking for in combat.
The thing I've noticed is you and Riley always say that, but then when you play, you're like, hey, this is actually pretty fun.
No, I mean let's clarify that a little bit. Even when I played, I thought the combat wasn't all that great. It's the story that kept me playing.
So you didn't like playing your samurai or whatever? Like you don't like the class mechanics? You don't like the encounter mechanics?
The encounter mechanics are fine. It's the whole thing about it's it's just a dated combat system. Like it follows the same sort of path as like World of Warcraft, where you have to go through rotations and stuff.
I would even say WoW has smoother combat because of the reaction time, but like I said, it is what it is. Like I don't expect it to be like a BDO style game.
No, I know, but that's just what I'm saying, is that that's the one criticism I have of the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, like I see where you're coming from, but like to me, I don't really see it as much of an issue. Like it is an old style system, and it's pretty archaic, but it's like if it's fun, then why does it matter? That's where I'm coming from. Like I'm having fun playing Reaper and Sage right now. If that's the case, then if the system is old, then what does it matter? Like it's actually a bit weird because it's kind of like a direct contrast to Lost Ark, where Lost Ark is fine, like the combat's fun. I enjoy playing Berserker, right? But like there's like nothing in the game. Like the combat's fun, and I like playing Berserker. It's actiony, it's great. But then like everything else is like the content's just not there. I would rather have Final Fantasy where the combat, you know, in comparison, maybe not as actively engaging. It's still fun, but it's like if I were to stack it up, like even though they're not really directly comparable, if I were to stack it up, Lost Ark has a more fun combat system, but it's like I would rather have a game that has fun things to do and I actually enjoy playing.
Yeah, but why can't we have both?
Because you can't. I don't know. Because there's no game that has both. For me, Final Fantasy is kind of both as there is. Because like I said, even though it's old, I enjoy the combat. I don't see any problem. I don't even think of it as, oh man, this is old. I'm probably not going to enjoy it. Like, I just see, hey, there's a new class I want to play. I play it. It's fun. Hey, whatever.
Richard, are you just salvaging all these accessories? Like, fuck, I still have so many of them.
No, I'm keeping the good ones.
Fuck. I don't know what the good ones are now.
I mean, I'm only keeping the ones that I know. There's probably ones that are good that I'm just salvaging, but I don't really care at this point. So does that mean you're kind of done with Final Fantasy? You're not even going to come back for Endwalker?
I wouldn't say I'm done with that. I just don't. I just don't feel like playing it right now.
Fair enough. No one's really asking you to play right now.
Oh, but I feel like I should want to play it. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know what to think of it.
Like, maybe because you know it's a good game, but you're just not showing any interest right now, which is fine. That's fine. You don't need to play a game just because it's good. Doesn't mean you need to play it right away.
Hello? Where you been?
No.
Sus.
This guy's a liar.
Sus good.
I don't even know what to set these sell prices to. I'm just making stuff up.
Wait, aren't you just looking at the market price?
Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
Ryan,
Sell me your sheet.
no.
You just look at the market. There's like a button that shows you the market price for the
Yeah,
item
but
you're selling.
it never comes up with anything.
Because it's showing you like the exact same item. What you want to do is you want to take off some of the requirements for this stroke tire a little bit, so it's not exactly what you're listing. Because you should know there's like one good engraving or whatever on what you're selling. So sort by that.
Is Cursed Doll any good?
Yes.
Master Tenacity is good?
Yeah.
I think.
You got them both on the same inside.
What's Cursed Doll? What's it do?
I think you do more damage, but you take more damage.
And I hear Grudge is good.
Yeah, I think Grudge is basically the same thing. You do more damage, but you take more damage. I think Cursed Doll is similar, but not exactly the same. I think Cursed Doll is something like you do more damage, but he has less defense or less HP or some shit. Any of the ones where you do more damage, but you take more damage or you have less defense are usually good because people want to stack that to the max to get the most benefit out of it. They're going for a class cannon build, right? You know how it is. Defense doesn't matter as long as you don't get hit, kind of thing. Do you remember the show Gods?
Huh?
Do you remember the anime show Gods?
Gods?
Gantz. G-A-N-T-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was asking Ryan if you remember. He didn't remember.
Gantz?
Gantz? I was just,
He didn't really watch with us when we watched it at night.
Didn't he? I thought he did.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, how that armor set I'm wearing in my character kind of reminds me of those suits.
What a guy.
Gantz. I remember Chris was trying to get me to watch the movie or something.
So what you say?
I think Chris was trying to get me to watch the movie. These lazy motherfuckers. The Gaunt's movie. And there's people in this dungeon that will just wait at the gate for you to fucking do the thing, and then the gate opens. It's like, you fucking assholes. Just fucking waiting for everyone else to do all the work.
Those motherfuckers. What in the fuck is this? Look at this. What is going on here? These guys are dancing in unison.
And why aren't you? That's the bigger mystery.
Yeah. No.
You're missing it.
I thought this was a dancing event, but it's not.
Well, how do you know? You're not fucking.
Yeah. Plus start greater than Jim. This is just too much for me.
Oh. What was that dance called? It almost looks like the square dancing we used to do in gym.
The electric slide or whatever?
Wasn't it like electric boogaloo or some shit?
I don't know.
Electric slide, you fool.
That's what I just said.
Fuck that shit.
Line dancing.
What do you mean? That was basically the funnest dance you could do in that class.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
relative
like
to all the other
line
dances. I searched the music up on fucking YouTube, and the first thing that track's like, it's electric! I'm like, oh my god, that's the one.
I've had enough of this. What? What?
Boogie Woogie? What the fuck is this?
I don't even remember this, to be honest.
Do you don't remember this? I can like literally picture the steps in my mind listening to this.
No, I don't remember this at all.
I don't want to do my dailies.
Oh no, Riley, the grind is settling in.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Stop the grind.
Yo, why grind in Lost Ark when I can grind in Final Fantasy?
Dear Lord. That's it, I'm installing Guild Wars 2.
This fucking guy.
So apparently Guild Wars 2 End of Dragon sold really well. Or is selling really well, I should say.
Yeah, I read it's better than Path of Fire.
Yeah, apparently they sold like 3 times the amount of Path of Fire did.
I don't like that because I want Guild Wars 3 instead. I don't want Guild Wars 2 to survive. Lol.
Well, yeah, because apparently the next expansion is already been confirmed.
Can't they just let it go?
It's broken. It cannot be saved.
Let's get a Guild Wars 3, and let's hire better writers. Let's not hire better writers. Also, let's just say, in the time skip between Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 3, all the new Destiny are present. Well, I guess they're called Dragon Launch now. Let's just say the others. Except for Rip. Actually, Canuck's on.
No.
Bring back your hands.
Yo,
Fuck that guy.
dude, fucking hell. I'm so glad he's here.
Turns a bitch. Richard hasn't logged into All Star in 3 days.
Wow, Richard.
Game's dead.
Not you, Richard.
Dead game.
Other Richard.
Dead game.
Dead game.
I like how you never changed your main into this guild, right?
Did you ever get those vinyls? Those Final Fantasy 14 vinyls?
I think so.
Like the set?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, buddy.
I think it's sitting unopened somewhere.
Buddy.
Buddy.
I think they're coming out with an Endwalker one.
Gay.
Yo, so good.
Yo, no?
I'm not even in the expansion yet. I'm listening to
Look
music.
for the lips control panel.
Why spoil it
It'll
for
be
yourself?
somewhere nearby.
I know. I feel like I'm spoiling it, but I also feel like once I get some context by playing the expansion, it's just gonna get even better.
No.
Are you guys 1340 yet?
I just hit 1340.
Oh yeah, I'm to do the business.
No.
Gay.
Oh yeah.
Gay.
Keep your eyes peeled. Guys could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about Don. You're too bloody useful.
Prepared to fail a lot.
Be prepared? I have been failing. Hello?
I don't think the connection
Hello? I've already pitied multiple pieces. I'm not even knife 1340 yet. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Prepare to fail. What the fuck, right?
Tell me for whom
I mean, you really shouldn't be
fight.
surprised at this point.
No, I'm kind of used to it, but
Yeah, we all should be. I mean,
well, okay. Actually, how many
same
seasons?
thing
How
in the
many,
game.
how many pieces have you
And do you
pitied?
believe in
It
Eorzea?
doesn't matter how many I've pitied. I
Well,
expect to pity it, so...
No,
what's
I
the
know, but
point?
like actually, how many?
I don't know.
Eorzea's unity is
One
forged of
probably.
falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit. And its faith is an
Like
instrument
I'm
of
failing a lot,
deception.
but I don't really like. I don't
It
really
is
care, 'cause
not
I'm
but a
expected to fail
cobweb
too.
of lies.
But I am
to
failing-
believe
I am
in
failing quite a bit.
Eorzea is to believe in
Yeah.
nothing.
J3 is all about failing.
In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods
But
to
like,
fight in their
because like
stead.
Richard was saying, it's all about
Though your
reaching that
comrades
pity,
only
right?
rarely
But he's talking about
respond
where
in
he's at.
kind.
I'm not even
Which is
1340 and I'm
strange,
reaching the
is it
pities.
not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged?
We're talking about
I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you
like,
truly
I don't
believe
even-
them your guardians, why do you not repeat
I
the
don't really
trick
remember
that
my
served you
statistics
so
class,
well in
but
Cartano
each attempt
and
is
call them
30%
down?
increasing for 5 attempts. So like the
They
chances of
will
reaching
answer.
all 5
so long
attempts
as you
and not
lavish
succeeding
them with
once
crystals
is
and
small.
gorge them on
At least at our
ether.
stage.
30%. It doesn't even increase by
Your
30%.
gods are no different from those of the
Yeah,
beast.
so it's just-
You do
Icons,
100.
No, it's-
everyone. Except
No,
for
it's
this.
30%, right? But
And
it
you will
increases by
see
like
how
5 or 6%
Eorzea's
each time,
fate
right?
is bleeding the
Up until
land
you reach
dry.
5, and then it's 100%.
Nor is this unknown to your
it doesn't feel
masters,
like 30%.
which prompts the question, why do they cling
But
to
also,
these
this
false
is
deities?
taking into the fact
What
that I
drives
haven't-
even men of
this is
learning,
assuming that I
even the
haven't
great
used the
Louis
enhancing
Suave, to
materials.
grovel at their feet?
I don't know what to call them. Honing enhancement materials. I've actually been
The
using them.
answer, your masters lack the strength to do otherwise.
It's kind of sad, but I
You
don't
really shouldn't.
For the world of man
well, I try not to.
be
Like, I try to save it,
man
but
must own
like I
the
don't even
world.
use like I don't max it out. I just use it a little bit,
To this end,
just to see if I
he
can
hath
get I can
fought
bump it up
ever
to
to
like
raise
40% or
himself
something.
through conflict,
40,
to grow
45%.
rich through
Still
conquest.
nothing.
You guys
And
been
when the
using
dust
purple
of
books?
battle settles, it is ever the strong
it's
who
not.
dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the impotent ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me. What foolishness can prosper? Seems I underestimate. Eorzea, find my right! Know your place! Come, we shall see if you can finish what you have started. I had not thought to be so hard-pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste. Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not. Witness to the true power of the Ultima weapon.
Paladin is like, I have all the tanks, Paladin playing everything. Logging? Reloading? Like, it's so fun. Well, I mean, the class is fun. And, like, according to this guy, level 70 to 90 is really good, really fun, as long as your skills are cool. At level 90, if you have a complete blade works combo, it's fun to get badass. So damage challenge are basically invulnerable, kill themselves. Provide a lot of party support. I think they're pretty much the best time in the game. Warrior is like second best because they got a lot of strong attacks. Dark Knight is by far the worst tank in this expansion. They're the only tank in the game right now that can't do it. It's kind of bad actually. I've been kind of ignoring it, but I see a lot of comments saying who main Dark Knight either switch to turn on the main. It's actually really bad. Yeah. I don't really mind this. But also, if it's really that bad, I have my Reaper breakers. So, I'll just play Dark Knight for the thematic for this shit. But yeah, I always hear a lot of good things about it. Love. I want Bladeworks, bitch.
But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful! Why does my enemy still stand? Can her strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Brea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the Hammer of Darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the Shield of Light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel.
Shit,
Ultima.
it's 12 o'clock already.
I sought the
T-minus half
life
an hour till
force
full
of the
time. 20 minutes,
primals
actually.
for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Habrea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Apparently the Lost Ark roadmap was delayed,
Damn you, Ascian.
and people are really upset.
The hour
Classic
is at
ATS.
hand. Behold, but a
They
sliver
would have
of
had
my
the roadmap
god's
out
power.
today, but apparently, but they were diverting resources to the New World roadmap.
The fuck?
That's not real, is it?
That's not real.
From the deepest pit of the seven
Richard,
hells
fuck.
to the very pinnacle of the heavens,
It's-
the world shall tremble.
God,
Unleash
can't do two roadmaps.
Ultima!
Yeah, well, New World is the one that's on life support. So we gotta get that one first. But sir, Lost Ark is also dying. This game seems keen.
Yeah, man. Just fucking take my money already.
devastation! This was not
Dude, have you
my
seen the
intention.
class-specific skins? Yeah, they're so
Oh, Heidelin. It seems
Russia,
the
yeah,
task
probably.
of keeping
They're
your
like the
champion
old
alive
classrooms.
has exhausted what strength you had left.
Yeah. I like how.
That's
Van
what's weird is like those
Belzar,
are like the base skins.
Your enemy's shield is broken.
Really? They look so
we
badass.
don't have them.
The
Oh, no,
rest
well, there's like
I
one skin
leave
for
to
character.
you.
I know.
It seems to make sense, you know?
Yeah, but I feel
will
like if they
speak
released it at
later,
launch, people would just buy that
Ascian.
and they wouldn't use anything else.
But
I don't have it.
first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier
I still don't know
remains.
it's in Russia. Lol.
Wow. Not
Come,
this guy opening a wall for
adventurer.
a foreign
Let
server
us
in
find
one
the
place.
answer together.
Well, at the time, there was no. That was like 2 years ago, man. 3 years ago.
I like how this guy's like, yo, fuck this roadmap bullshit. I'm going back to the Russia server. And this guy's like, yo, it's a ghost town. Another guy's like, it's like, I'll just use a VPN. And the other guy's like, trying to get into the Russia server is going to be pretty hard right now. All things considered.
They sanctions with the sanctions.
Yeah.
Did I read right? Apparently, New World sanctions Russian players from accessing their game. It's hilarious.
What? Is that new?
I don't know. I saw a word.
It'd be funny if it was like, New World sanctions Russian players from accessing the content. And something went wrong and no players can access the content.
Richard Qui-Gon makes really true.
Oh man, someone's gotta do that fucking astronaut thing where the guys are playing and the guy's like looking at the world map and he's like, these are no content because like there never was. Dude, it was like basically Sosa's party when we left, almost. Like there was a few people like Giovanna. Well, I don't know if Giovanna was. There was a few people still there, like maybe almost enough for 2 groups. It wasn't a lot.
And then there's Silendis. He's in there every day.
No.
Yeah, streaming Elden Ring.
Yeah.
These guys.
Fun, dude.
It's I don't know, man.
Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher
almost a
power
little
for
sad.
providence, and their dependence
Isn't
comes
that
at a
kind of
cost
like
to
other
the
people
realm.
he hangs out with? Like,
The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail
That's
lead
why
the
he's
people
always in the
astray.
If you had any other friends, but
Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never
this is the first
be
time I've ever seen
broken.
Arneck gonna leave.
You,
dude, man, me and Ryan get
you
that so
of
much,
all
and it pisses me
people
off every
must
time.
see the truth
We like,
in this. You
We
who
like
have
cut
the
off his tail,
strength to
and he'll like
rule.
leave, right? It's like, what do you mean you can't kill him before he fucking leaves?
Usually if you take too long, he leaves, right?
Yeah, and then he regenerates his tail. What's annoying is that after he runs away and he regenerates his tail, we catch up to him, and he dies in like the next 3 hits.
He regenerates his tail when he leaves, that's kind of retarded.
It's kind of stupid.
It is stupid. And yes, he does. That's why I stopped using bombs.
Pathetic.
Like,
Richard, you stopped using bombs too
You
lazy.
boasted
well,
of
I
unrivaled
stopped using them because I
power.
don't want to devote
You were
resources to something
entrusted
that,
with the
like, doesn't
ultimate
really-
weapon.
For the same
The
reason you stopped
ultimate
using bombs,
magic.
too.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.
And
Hey.
still, you failed. So much for the glory
I
of
don't
man.
understand. Because before we were started, when we were reading about the classes, and I was reading about paladins and like why someone would take paladins, being a support class, and like whether or not they're
The
actually
growing
And one guy
imbalance
was like, they're not
afflicting the
technically
planet
needed,
must
but
be
people always bring
redressed.
one because it saves spots. I'm like,
If it is
that really
permitted to
is-
worsen,
Well,
the
it is.
very laws of
I've seen it
existence,
firsthand now.
both etheric and physical,
Yeah, but
will
you're the
be
only, the only
warped
person
beyond
that
all
would rather die
recognition.
than use pots.
I don't rather die.
Know
These
you
pots.
the root of this corruption?
Look, man.
Hydelin,
Most times I
You're
die.
also, you're also the only person to be like, hey Ryan, heal me.
like a parasite.
Well,
she must be
I always want to
burned
make sure,
out
like, I always
if
ask
the
Ryan if he
planet
has a
is to
heal on hand,
recover.
and if not, I just use a pot.
And not
Also,
but the
can you believe
return
this guy
of the
only uses green
one
pots?
true God
Yeah.
will
Yeah,
ensure
'cause
her complete
those are the
excision.
Yeah.
Why would he use any other pot?
No, but that's the thing.
Yet,
most
to
other classes
pave
have
the
to use
way
blue
for the
pots.
Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals.
I have like 200 blue
Needless to
pots in my
say,
inventory.
both
I don't
you
do it.
and your scion accomplices cannot be
But it-
suffered to
that's what-
interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
Thanks, that's
It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Garbage.
What about yours?
I have level 3 fucking plus Dora.
This fucking guy. Probably this fucking wall warrior.
That's what I thought. You guys been selling your stuff yet, or what?
I sold. Yeah, I sold a little bit. I had a. Had that was like adrenaline and something else. Good. I sold it. Should've sold it.
The fuck?
It sold in like 30 seconds.
Why, because of adrenaline? Adrenaline? Jesus, I didn't know that.
Cannot be undone.
I have to keep all my adrenaline stuff.
You have meant enough.
Adrenaline is really good for quick.
Hydelin cannot save.
Essentially, what it does is every time you use a skill that's not like a movement skill or whatever, it like increases your damage. It gives you like a damage buff that stacks. And if you're a class that has a lot of low cooldown attack abilities, it's perfect. So like for instance on my Scrapper, I have some low cooldown abilities. I basically have 100% uptime on these damage buff stacks. It's not just damage buff either, it's damage buff and attack speed increase, so it makes it quicker. It's only good if you have skills that have low cooldowns though. Like if your cooldowns are like 10, like if you have like a bunch of cooldowns of like 10 seconds or above, it's more worth it.
Not worth?
No, because you won't be able. You really have to be able to keep the stacks up. Because if you can't, then why bother?
What about honing mats? You guys been selling honing mats?
No, just been stockpiled. Well, I'm not even 1340 yet, so.
I wonder if I should sell my guardian stones and my leap stones.
Are you gonna sell them, and then when they lower the rates, you'll actually, I don't know.
You selling leapers?
Leapers. Should I?
Wow, it's up to you.
We'll try it. We'll see.
No.
You lol.
Lol.
I feel like playing a new game.
Like what?
No.
There are no new games.
Wow.
Sage.
Finish it back. I'll do it.
Do it.
No.